What's good? What's really good? It's your boy Led, bringing you another Hoop Land video. I went through 80 plus seasons in season mode. How did I get to 80 seasons? I started out playing, but after a while, I got pretty good and started to simulate games and played it more as a general manager for most of it. Take it away, Alex.
It's the year 2038. Here's the draft class for the year 2038. The team's complaints were answered as scouts were able to be paid more to find talent outside the league. This year's draft was stacked with talent inside and outside of the lottery. Notable players that you will probably hear about are the number 2 pick Byron Simon, Leandro Lima, Jeffrey Burnett, Kyle Hopkins, Mateo Theodore, Matthew Beal, and Martin Willis. Ricardo Bazzoni is now retired. Here are the stats for 2038. Many familiar names among the top scorers. Lamar Rose again led the league with 16 double-doubles, and 3 players had a triple-double this season. Nathaniel Pope, Kenneth Buchanan, and Stephen Oliver. Nathaniel Pope tied the record for steals with 8, which was set by King Flex in 2029, a game they lost to the Orlando Orbiters. Here are the standings. An extremely talented Detroit Drift team led the pack, followed by the Cleveland Gladiators, the Sacramento Royals, the Brooklyn Ballers, and the Denver Miners. Here are your all-star starters. The West led by Julius Mitchell and Chester Evans, and the East led by Eric Hardy and Nick Reynolds. Back to you, boy.
I did start a giveaway for reaching 75 subscribers. I will leave a link for the giveaway video below. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Here are some of the highlights for the All-Star Game. This might have been the most exciting and competitive All-Star Game that we have seen since the start of the league, with the West winning most of the All-Star games, including the last 4, with Chester Evans being the MVP. The East really set out to prove they had just as much talent as the West did, as many of the legends retired. Out of all that talent, someone is bound to pop off and have an amazing game. The West did lead through most of the game, but the East really fought to claw their way back time and time again. By the third quarter, the West did look like they were going to pull away, going up 12, leading 50-38. But in the fourth, the East continued to fight. Eric Hardy dunking it and hitting a clutch 3, keeping the East in the game. A dunk by Dwayne Bullock late caused the East to chip closer and closer. Nick Reynolds had a really bad game, but did hit a 3 late to get the West lead down to 4. Many talented players contributed to the West's success, but Lamar Rose carried them into the promised land, scoring when needed and dropping dimes all over the court. As the game was winding down, he also hits the last 2 free throws to truly put the game away. Back to you, Alex.
The West won the All-Star Game, with Lamar Rose having 20 points, 2 3-pointers, 2 rebounds, and 10 assists, winning the All-Star Game MVP. Here are the playoffs. Out east, the rivalry continues as Nick Reynolds and the Brooklyn Ballers dominate. And though they somehow became the 8th seed, the Milwaukee Spartans really rallied to meet the Brooklyn Ballers in the Eastern Conference Championship. Out west, Chester Evans and the Sacramento Royals were upset by a very young, talented Memphis Rockers team, led by Julius Mitchell and Ruben Schroeder. Dustin Kelly and the OKC Outlaws also had a great run, eventually losing to the New Orleans Airmen, who had this year's leading scorer Mike Morrow. Eric Hardy and the Milwaukee Spartans beat the Brooklyn Ballers once again in the final game of the series, and they defeat the New Orleans Airmen to win back-to-back championships. And here are your award winners. Chester Evans, back-to-back MVP. Kenneth Buchanan Defensive Player of the Year, Earl Olsen Rookie of the Year, Luke Holloway Sixth Man of the Year, Kurt Person Most Improved Player, Michael Morrow Scoring Champ, Kenneth Buchanan 4-time Rebound Champ, Mark Ward 2-time Assist Leader, Nathaniel Pope 2-time Steals Leader, Lyle Greer 3-time Block Champion, and Eric Hardy winning the Finals MVP award after Poland Stronk Ricardo Bozzoni completely left his mark as the face of the league, not only as the greatest shooter but also the greatest player. He ended his career as the all-time record leader in points with 11,074, all-time record leader in field goals with 4,172, and all-time record leader in threes made with 2,498.
Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more. Peace!